In this tutorial, you are going to learn how to pick a class, how to level up your class, how to change your class, and an in-depth tutorial of how the shop works. To begin, I'm going to show you how to pick a class. And there are two ways to do that. One from the shop, and the other one from over there. Now from the shop, you just click on whichever one you want and click on the spec you want to play. It's as simple as that. Now the second way to do that is to come all the way over here where these people are and pick it that way. It's exactly the same way as it works, except this one I like a little bit more because you can read each blurb of what it's supposed to do. Later I will run through what each of these does and give a small guide on which one might fit best for a starting player. So the next part is how to change a class, and it works exactly the same way. You open up the shop or you go over there and you just pick a different class. Now some of these are locked, which means you can't obviously buy them without spending the coins. And as far as I'm aware, in the shop at least, you don't have a confirm page, which means if I click this, I'm spending $15,000 to get Protector. I tested this earlier with Crusader and, well, I bought it, as you can see. And I went down, I think, 5,000. This is also how you level up as well. You just click on these down here, and this is how you level up. The good thing about this is you level all three up with each of these. As you can see, it says the three, the Pyro, the Cryo, and the Aqua. And because I'm selected as an Aquamancer, the Aquamancer skill upgrade is green. Now there are two upgrades. You have your combat and you have your skill. These are exactly the same thing. Well, kind of. It works exactly the same way. You just click on these and you're good to go. This works with every single class. So next is a small description of each class and basically whether or not it's damage or healing or both. So to start, you have Thunderlord. Thunderlord is obviously, it's damage as it says, and the cool thing about this is it shoots through people. So if you have 5 targets lined up in a row, it's going to shoot through all 5 targets. This can be both melee and ranged, but it's mostly ranged. And this is a good starting class. It's not the best in CTF, but it's okay. It depends on how high you are and how good you are at it. So next is Earth Warden. Earth Warden is a hybrid, which means it does equal or close to equal damage and healing. It's not really a favorite spec amongst most people. I mean, Shaman really isn't the highest either. I think Mage has the most people overall. But with Earth Warden, it's a melee with some ranged abilities, but it's pretty much the opposite of Thunderlord. It has a self-heal, and so does Thunder, but it, like I said, it's not really the best for a starting class. It's kind of bad in CTF and TDM, and so, yeah. Next is Mage with Pyromancer. Pyromancer is probably going to be the favorite amongst everybody for a starting class. It's really good on damage, it's ranged, and it's really easy to use. This, I think, is the second easiest class to use, alongside Paladin. It does a lot of damage. It has 1 self-heal, or maybe 2. Your Inferno is pretty good. Yeah, so it has a direct heal, and it has an indirect heal, which is your Arcane Shield. Your Arcane Shield is literally just a shield. It just protects you from a set amount of damage. Really good, really nice. Always the best for a starting class for people that like damage. Next is Cryomancer. It's more of a class for like picking up the flag in CTF. Not the best in TDM. Sometimes Dom, it depends on who is on your team. Because this is good for like holding points and keeping the other team from getting it. But this is definitely your go-to in CTF. I mean, if you want to pick up the flag, this is what you go with. It has a self-heal like the others. This has Ice Barrier and Arcane Shield. It does kind of a lot of damage, but this isn't really like something if you want to like jump into a mosh pit and do a ton of damage. Next is Aquamancer. Now Aquamancer is the best healing class of any of these classes at all. It's much better than Earth Warden, and it's better than Protector with coming up. But this is definitely the go-to if you're like that support class. And this is probably one of the harder ones to play solo, which if you're a new player, chances are you are going to be solo. It's good. It's really, really good, and if you use it right, you will do a lot of damage. By damage, I mean you will put a big dent in the other team. Really good healing. It's not really the best for starting, but it's okay. So next is Warrior, Berserker. Berserker is all damage. You are given these. Bloodlust is kind of like a self-heal, but you have to do damage to do the healing. It has 2 semi-ranged abilities. They only go a couple blocks, like 4 or 5, not really anything too special. This is all damage, some healing. Maybe if you average 100,000 damage, you'll probably average like 20,000 healing, which isn't the best. It's probably not going to put you on the top boards, but this is a solid class. This is the best damage starting class for melee, and Pyromancer is the best damage class for ranged. Next is Defender, and Defender is pretty much the opposite of Berserker, but it's not the same as Cryo. So basically, Defender is going to intervene people and take the damage that the person was going to take and, leads it to them. So let's say I intervene the flag carrier, then all the damage the flag carrier was going to take is going to go directly to me. It's not probably the best starting, and it actually costs $15,000, I think, to unlock. The next is Avenger. Avenger is a class that anybody can play. Paladin, period, is basically the best class to start off with that is melee. This is really, really easy to use, and it's actually kind of fun. Next is Crusader. This one is the opposite. It's going to give energy, but obviously only to your teammates. This is probably the best to have in like a TDM Dom situation. So Crusader gives energy, Avenger takes energy. And the last one is Protector. Now, Protector is a healing class, but it also does a fair amount of damage. It's easier than Aquamancer. I mean, this is a good starting, but maybe not the best. That's pretty much it about the classes. I mean, it's really brief, and some of them had more information about the others. The best way to learn more about these classes is to play all of them yourself. So one of the biggest parts about this game is learning how to use the shop. A lot of people have common questions like, oh, how do I get a new helmet? Oh, why does someone else look a lot stronger than I do? It's mostly cosmetics, but people are still really curious. So it shows you how to level up. Now it's on to the rest of these 5 things of the shop. So this is your weapons inventory. This isn't anything special. This is just literally what it says. It's the inventory of your weapons. So the next part is your armor sets and your helmets. This is what makes you look more aggressive, possibly, or more harmless. This is for ranks only. It's only cosmetic. A lot of non-donors or VIPs don't really like this, and I obviously can see why. The helmets, you don't have to be a rank to unlock, you just have to have a level 90. So next is your mounts. But all this is just a normal horse with no armor. This is a skeleton horse. This is a zombie horse. This is a horse with diamond armor, iron armor, and gold armor. So one of the last things that you need to know is how to start your quest. Starting your quest, if you're an MVP plus, it can do it automatically if you have it turned on. This is just how you start your quest. You just go up to it and you click on it. This is a good way to get money very quickly. I would recommend starting your quests the second you join the lobby so that you don't forget. If you're a rank, don't forget to turn that on. The next thing is the Weaponsmith. Quickly, this is just how you repair your weapons, and this is how you salvage them. You just repair the weapons that you get from a game. And if you go over here, that's what they will look like right there. Click on them, repair them, and then go over here to salvage them. This is how you mass salvage, but it's only for VIPs. So that's it for the tutorial. The next video will be an in-depth guide on how the Weaponsmith works and how to join a game with like your texture pack issues and stuff like that. So stay tuned.